Hey there, Seguto golfers. Tom Seguto here, and today we're going to take a look at how your backswing can influence your ball flight, meaning that the backswing plays a huge role in the way your shots curve. So what you're going to get out of today's episode is understanding what might be causing your slice or your hook, and learning how shots curve and ways that you can work on your backswing to understand why the ball is doing what it's doing. Let's get started. The first thing I want you to understand is that the shots curve because of the club path coming into the golf ball. And there's a couple of different club paths. I've got a target line here on the ground running straight through that middle red flag out there. And the path the club takes in the ball can be a couple of different ways. We have in to out, meaning the club travels from inside the target line here to outside the target line here. And it looks something like this. In to out. The other path we have is out to in, where the club travels from outside of the target line here to across my body back to inside the target line here. This is the most common path you see amateur golfers take to the golf ball. Club starts up here, comes across the body like so. These paths influence the curve of your golf shot. If I want to hit a beautiful draw shot, I need to have an in to out swing path coming into the golf ball. This is the preferred shot among golf professionals. It's the most powerful because you're swinging the club through the middle of your belt line here, approaching the ball from here, and it's a very direct route to the golf ball. Whereas the out to in path is the one that usually involves chopping in some way or swinging across your body like this, as a lot of amateurs demonstrate. And so if I want to hit a draw, the club has to approach from in here to out here. If I want to hit a fade, the club has to approach from out here to in here across my body. If we look at the backswing, it has a huge effect on how the club approaches the golf ball. So if I want to hit a draw, there are two different ways you can go about this. One, you can lift the club up, drop it, and hit it to approach the club from an in to out angle, which takes a lot of coordination and timing. Or two, you can take the club in the backswing, and that already presets you on the proper downswing path. I choose simplicity when it comes to golf because you're swinging a 3-foot stick around your body trying to hit a little white ball in 1 millisecond at a time. So trying to do all this lifting, dropping, and hitting is a lot of work. It takes thousands of golf balls to perfect, and a lot of us don't have that kind of time. So I opt for the simpler option, which is to simply take the club lower, more in around my body to preset the proper in to out downswing path. So if I want the ball to curve right to left, I need the club to approach from in to out on the way down. So I'm going to swing the club lower and around my body. That felt really good. The more severe I take the club around my body, the more I can curve it right to left. So if I take the club more around, it gives me a better chance of approaching the ball with the club through the belt line here, giving me more draw. So I'm going to take this one a little bit lower and around, get more draw shot here. All right, beautiful. If I want to hit a fade type of shot, I need to approach the ball from out to in. So out here coming across my body. The more severe the out to in, the more across my body I swing, the bigger the fade I can hit. So we're going to hit some shots here that are going to fade just by influencing the backswing path. Remember, draw was in to out, fade's going to be more out to in. So you'll see a definite difference in the way the backswing works. As you saw right there, that's the classic fade shot, ball curving away from my body. And you might be figuring something out here. Did you see the difference in backswings there? If we compare the draw and fade backswings, you're probably going to pick up something really valuable here. Draw, club was lower and around. Fade, club was higher, lifted up, and more across my body. Can't you see why this might be causing you to slice the ball a lot? Because you have too much of an out to in path. So you're lifting your arms up too much, swinging across your body. It's putting a ton of rightward spin or slice spin on that golf ball, and it's going off the planet. So that's the classic path that most amateurs take into the golf ball. Aggressive out to in. It's not a very powerful path to take. I don't have as much to give it because it feels like I'm doing more of a chop motion across my body. And that's why most professionals will approach from in here to here. It's a very powerful direct route, hitting the ball like that. All right, let's take a look at how we can fix your slice. Take an alignment stick, mark your target line. Always practice with alignment sticks. Using a second alignment stick, we want to angle it inward off of the target line like this. And what this is going to do is tell your brain how the club should approach the golf ball in the downswing, but also the way you should take it on the way back. The more I make this in off the target line, the more I will curve the ball right to left. This is encouraging a big in to out type of swing path. That will get rid of your slice. The slice curves to the right. We need to curve the ball to the left, so we need a path that's in to out. So set up with an alignment stick angled inward off the target line and try and trace that line going back and through. And that was a good strike. And if you're really having difficulty getting that ball to curve to the left, take it and make it more extreme, angle it more inward off the target line. That will get you really swinging in to out. So trace those lines. So right there, I probably went a little too much in. Let's do another one. The more in you can take the club, the more draw spin you'll put on the ball. Now let's fix some of your hook. If you're hooking the ball too much right to left for the right-handed player, you've got too much in to out path. So we need to curb some of that in to out path. What I want you to do is train yourself to hit a fade. So taking an alignment stick, angling it outside of the target line, encourage an out to in swing path. Backswing, through swing. Trace that line. Beautiful. Look at how well you can shape a shot just by changing your backswing. Isn't that incredible? I haven't done any thinking on the downswing. I'm just trying to trace this line back and through or this line back and through. Two ways to influence the curve. Really simple. Powerful fade right there. One last little bonus for today. I'm going to be hitting some super curvy shots. So we're going to have some fun. Really, the biggest curves I can hit. So the most in to out or the most out to in I can swing. We're going to start off with the biggest draw I can hit. And I want this ball to start way right, curve back to the target as much as I can. So I need to swing as much in to out as possible. That was just beautiful. That was not too much of a draw. That will work all day. Come on, Tom, we need to really hook one for the folks back home. It seems that I'm having trouble hooking the ball. I'm going to try a little bit harder. Here we go. As much in to out as I can swing. Ooh, actually can't hit the hook. So ball position back. Oh, that's beautiful. You know, beautiful push draws. I'm having a hard time hitting the hook though. I need more in to out on the way down. Take it low and around to hook it around. There we go. That's a zinger. You can hit more of a draw than that. Really? Really, Tom? Now I'm gonna hit some big fades. Do the best I can to hit some fades. All right, here we go with some super fades, as much out to in as I can swing. Beautiful. Still a playable fade. I'm really trying here. It's tough to curve a 7-iron a ton. Easier to curve the longer clubs. Here we go again. All right, last one. I'm gonna really swing across my body. Some very manageable fades to play right there. So what do we take away from this, Saguto golfers? We take away that your backswing plays a huge role in influencing the downswing. So simply by taking the club more around my body like this, putting the hands in here, gives me a better chance of approaching from in to out, creating that draw path. So most slicers, in fact all slicers, will probably benefit from just doing that right there. Whereas you see me with hitting a fade, I need to approach the ball from an out to in. So you start seeing higher arms here, swinging across my body to get that ball curving away from my body. Most hook players could benefit from trying to get some of this type of path into their game. There's a happy medium between the two. It just happens to be, don't swing too lower around, but getting the club with your hands in behind your trail shoulder right there sets you in the perfect path on the way down. Professional golfers aren't swinging too much in to out. They're really swinging like 2 or 3 degrees, 4 degrees, sometimes 5, but you rarely see people go beyond that because they want to keep the ball flight straighter or with minimal curve as possible. It's a lot tighter ball flight. You're not seeing big janitor sweeping hooks or fades a lot of times unless you're in a specialty situation. With this in mind, go out to the range, and if you're experiencing a certain ball flight, change your ball flight just by influencing the backswing. Try it out. Try hitting some big draws, swing the club lower and around, and try hitting some big fades up and across. If you're a slicer, don't try hitting some big fades. I know you don't want to see that shot anymore, so just start hitting some big draws, some huge draws that will really help you hit it well. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Like this video and comment if it helped you to influence your ball flight or if you saw some benefit from it. Share it with other golfers who you think might need this kind of help. You know who you are out there. And if you're looking for a simplified way to play your best golf right now, check out my website, SagutoGolf. Simplified golf swing learning program, 3 to 5 minute videos walking you through the whole golf swing from foundation to finish and covering your entire golf game from bunker play, chipping, pitching, putting, and more. Have a rockin' week.